Hi everyone, my name is Peyton, your Pilates instructor. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. Today we're going through a 20-minute full body Pilates sculpt workout that you can do at home, at the gym, or wherever you would like. You don't need any equipment, but if you would like, you can grab a pair of ankle or wrist weights and throw those on throughout the movement. If not, no worries, just grab your mat and let's get started. All right, I went ahead and put my ankle weights on my ankles. Remember, these are optional, but they'll just add a little resistance to your Pilates workout today. We're gonna go ahead seated on the ground or on our mat, just in a crisscross or comfortable position for you. Hands hang on the knees and take a big deep breath in through the nose. Let it all out of the mouth. Let your shoulders hang heavy. Release any stress you have from the day. Inhale and exhale. A couple more times here, starting to bring a little bit more awareness to the core. If you'd like, you can bring your hands around your rib cage. Feel the extension as you inhale, and then as you exhale, feel the contract of the core, tightening the abdomen. This is your time on your mat, your workout, your movement, your time to show your body some love. Good job. We're gonna go ahead and start laying down on our mat, starting off our workout with some core exercises. So roll all the way down to your mat. Before we begin, try to think about tilting the pelvis slightly up so that low back is pressing into the mat the entire time. That will give you the best benefits for your lower abdomen and entire deep core muscles. We're gonna start with a Pilates bicycle. So one leg tucks as the opposite leg extends long to the front of the mat. Exhale out of the mouth each time you tuck the knee. Inhale on the switch. Take these nice and slow. Just waking up the muscles, waking up our deep core. Being mindful of that low back, keeping the entire spine flat to the mat. Try and point the toes, elongate the legs from the hip flexors all the way to the toes. Last 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the knees into the chest, lay the head back on the mat, roll it right and left. Feel the release in the hips, up the spine. And we're gonna get started with our deep core. So, starting first by planting both feet on the mat, hands up by the head, or option for a little extra support, plant the hands down on the mat, press the palms into the mat. That'll give you a little extra balance, support, and stability. One leg stays bent on the mat, the opposite leg is extended out long. We exhale, crunch the knee in, inhale, extend it out. Exhale, crunch, inhale, press. So similar to our first Pilates bicycles, this time isolating one side, and not using those hands. If your hands are down, you're right here, and always option to lower the head to the mat for extra support as well. Let's begin to straighten the leg and lift the toes to the ceiling on the crunch. The upper body stays still the entire time. Think about rotating the pelvis to the ground so the low back is flat. Last 3, 2, 1 more. This time, as you lower the top leg, lift the bent knee to 90 degrees and then tap the toes as you lift the straight leg. You'll really start to feel those deep core muscles firing up. Just focus on your breath. Move slow. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna add an oblique crunch to the bent knee. So keep the entire lower body still moving just how we were. Opposite knee to opposite elbow for the crunch. For 3, last 2, and 1. Bring it on down. We're gonna roll over to one side, nice and tall on our bottom elbow. Our legs are gonna be bent, and keep both legs stacked on top of each other, parallel to the mat. So shins are in a 90 degree with the knee and the hip. We're gonna go ahead and do a lower body sequence before we move back into the other side of our core. Top hand on the hip. We're just gonna lift and lower, opening and closing the top knee and ankle. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. With this one, try and press the shoulder away from the ear, really pressing the palm and the elbow into the mat. That way, we're gonna fire up our bottom oblique while we target the outer top leg. On this one, hold it nice and high, and then find little pulses at the top with the top leg. 3, 2, 1. Hold it high. We're gonna circle the entire hip. I might hit the couch. We're gonna circle the entire hip forward. So keep the top leg in a bent position and circle that leg all the way around. Last one, and to the back. Still moving with your breath, keeping the core lifted as we circle. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Our legs are still in the same position. Our top leg is gonna lift and press on out, and we're just gonna find a pulse here with a straight top leg. Top hand can either be lifted to the ceiling, on the hip here, or on the mat for that extra support. Last 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, same motion, lifting and lowering. You're really gonna feel it on that outer side, top leg. Last 3, 2, and 1. Our little ankle weights add a lot to this movement. We're gonna lay it on back and go right into that opposite side of our core. Grab a sip of water at any point throughout our workout. Make sure you stay hydrated. Feet are planted down, arms behind the head or flat on the mat. From here, the opposite leg extends out straight, and we start with an exhale crunch. With this one, the upper body stays still until we move through to our oblique twist. Let's straighten that leg on this next one. Same lower body movement, crunching the one leg. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Let's add the bent knee as we lower the top leg, crunch the bottom leg bent. Point the toes, find the extension in the lines of your body. For 3, 2, 1. Oblique twist. Last movement on this side of our core. Move with control. For 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the knees in. Take a second here to breathe. When you're ready, roll it on up. And you can just roll to the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my legs around so you guys can see. We have that opposite side of our sideline work. So go ahead and set it up. You're on the opposite forearm. The elbow and the palm is pressing the mat away, lifting the shoulder away from our ear. Top hand is on our hip, up to the sky or on the mat. And we're gonna start with a lift and a lower. Nice and controlled. One of the 6 principles of Pilates is control. It's one of my favorite parts and principles to practice in a class. Really helps connect the mind to our body. One more time, hold it high and find those little pulses. Maybe the arm is up here. Really lifting through the outer top leg. For 3, 2, 1, circle it to the front. Opening up the hip flexor, finding a lot of range of motion here. We hold a lot of stress in our hips, and so this will help strengthen them, help release a lot of pain as we practice. And to the back, same thing. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring the top leg down. Last movement here on our side. We lift the top leg, press it out, and find our pulses. In order to protect our hip flexors and all of our joints, try and think of pointing your top leg a little bit in front of your hip. So instead of it being back here, try and pull it a few inches forward. We're going to flex the foot now and pulse. That'll help keep your hips in line with your legs and help protect those joints. Last 3, 2, 1. Tuck it in. You're going to feel it really good right there. We're going to come up into a tabletop position, getting ready for some push-ups, moving through to some upper body work. So for this exercise, we have a push-up, and you have options here. The first one being in a tabletop, dropping the elbows to the mat. I've done this before in a lot of my workouts. Try not to think of it as a modification, just an option, something to strengthen your arms for your push-up. Or you can be on your knees, finding a push-up here, or last option, up on the toes. We have a combination move, so bring it down, push up tall, bend the knees, send the hips back, and then back to our high plank. Find the push-up, exhale back, inhale, reset. If you are on the knees, drop the knees to the mat, push up here, lift to plank, and bend the knees. It's really easy for us to want to hold our breath in push-ups, but it's so important. It really helps our muscles reach the benefits of our push-ups as we move with our breath. One more time here. Let's meet in a high plank in 3, 2, 1. Just hold this plank here. Try and bring the shoulders over the wrists. See how I'm on my very tippy toes. Lean it forward, pull the belly button to the spine. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Press it back to child's pose. Good job. So for the last little bit of our movement today, I'm going to bring my ankle weights and actually strap them to my wrists. So if you have some ankle weights, go ahead and do the same if you would like some resistance for our upper body. Or go ahead and grab a light pair of dumbbells or even a couple of water bottles and hold those in each hand to finish off our movement for today. So we've got a little extra resistance in the upper body. You can stay seated here on your hips, on your mat. You can come up here on your knees, or you can go ahead and stand, whatever is most comfortable for you. We're gonna start with our arms out wide, engage the core. So as you sit here or stand, you wanna lift through the spine so you're nice and tall, and slightly, again, tilt that pelvis low so the core is activated. First movement here, we're just gonna pulse up and down. We have a couple movements, couple minutes of our arms up wide, and then we're gonna be nice and done today. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Wiggle your fingertips. Keep that tension away from the hands. We're gonna flip our palms up in 3, 2, 1. Same thing. Pulsing the arms. Move with the breath. We have bicep curls or bicep taps coming up next. So our hands stay right where they are. Elbows will stay nice and long, and we'll tap the shoulders in 3, 2, and 1. Bicep taps here. So elbows stay in line with the shoulders, chest stays open. Exhale as you bend. These 2-pound ankle weights start to feel a lot heavier right about now. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Find our goalpost and pulse it up and down. Firing up the shoulders here. If you're up on your knees or standing and you feel yourself arching in the spine, maybe come low to the mat. That'll help give you a little extra stability in order to flatten out the spine. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms up tall. We're gonna keep one arm lifted and one arm is gonna find a shoulder press. One arm at a time, isolating right and then left. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Right into the other side. Try and keep the steady, static arm nice and strong as well as our moving arm. You, of course, can also do this series without any extra weight, just using your body weight, and you'll feel just as good of a burn. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring the elbows in. It'll feel really good on the shoulders. We're gonna come up to our knees if you were seated. If you're standing, you can do this on your feet as well. We're gonna go ahead and tricep kick back as we slightly hinge the hips forward, keeping the spine in line. Core is lifted to the back. Try and think like someone is pulling your belly button to your spine with a string from behind you. Last 3, last 2, 1 more. You hold it to the back and pulse it up. Palms are facing inward. Little pulses here. Our palms flip up to the ceiling in 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms so the hands are facing the ceiling, still pulsing the triceps back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Last couple of movements here. Bringing the elbows in, palms facing inward. We're gonna open and close. Lift the elbows a little bit higher. Exhale as you open. Inhale, close it through. Our shoulders had a little bit of a break with those triceps, so we should feel nice and strong. When our bodies are fatigued, this is where our mind-body connection really comes into play. Telling ourselves we are strong, we can do it. This is where our muscles grow. Last 3, last 2, 1 more. Hold the elbows in front and pulse it out here. We're almost done. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down, shake it out, reach the hands forward. You can go ahead and take these weights off if you have them. We're just gonna move through a couple little stretches to cool down, and then we'll be all done for today. So come on down to the mat. We're gonna start by opening up the arms wide, and then exhale. Cross one arm over, feel the stretch through the shoulders. Inhale, open to the other side. And then plant the hands on the mat. Our feet are flat on the ground as well. And we're just gonna exhale, twist both knees to one side and to the other. Feel that release through the hip flexors. From here, plant the feet down, knees stay bent, and we're just gonna bring our weight into the palms of our hands and feel that release in the shoulders again. And lift it on up. Extend the legs out long, arms reach tall as we inhale. Exhale, forward fold, whatever that looks like. And lift it on up. Coming back to our center starting position, hands on our legs. If you would like to be standing or seated, we're just gonna end with a few breaths here to come back into our body. Inhale as you reach tall. Exhale, bring it out to the side. One more time, reach tall. As you exhale this time, bring your hands to heart center. Steady your breath. Lean forward slightly. And lift it on up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more weekly workouts from me, and I will see you soon.